everyone, I'm Cathy, the Clumsy Soaper. Today, I would like to share on how to make liquid soap from scratch. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for joining me again this week. If you are new here in my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the bell notification icon to keep you posted of my latest soap making videos, DIY tutorials, and a lot more. So, let's get started! First, we have to check the temperature of our oil blend and caustic potash solution. Here, we need to slowly pour caustic potash into our oil blend. Gently and slowly stir the solution. Remember to keep the crockpot settings at low temperature. You can also put the temperature higher, but make sure that you are an experienced soap maker when you do so. Did you know that the key difference between making cold or hot process soap versus liquid and cream soap is the lye solution? In hot or cold process soap, when we talk about lye, we are referring to sodium hydroxide, while for liquid or cream soap, we need to use potassium hydroxide, so keep that in mind to avoid any confusion or mix-up. All my soap recipes were created using my own soap-like calculator that I freely share to the soap making community. Feel free to visit and try it out at www.mysoapcalc.com. We also have soap costing calculator, soap packaging template, and a lot of free soap making article and stuff there. When we make liquid soap, the process is super easy. We are basically following the same steps as we normally would in making hot process soap, and then further dilute it to produce our liquid soap. Of course, I've already mentioned that the main difference will be the lye solution, because here we will be using potassium hydroxide. So today, I'll focus on giving some of my tips and tricks. After a few minutes, you will notice that the mixture will turn opaque and will start to thicken. You will need to be visually aware of the process or steps while doing this. Depending on your settings and your environmental conditions, you may not see some of the visual indicators, but don't worry because I can assure you, you will never go wrong in making liquid soaps. This is the creamy Vaseline stage. At this stage, I would normally add glycerine. It will depend on your preference. Some soap makers prefer to dissolve potassium hydroxide in glycerine from the beginning of the process. For me, I would wait until the Vaseline stage, then I would add glycerine at this point. I always prefer to dissolve potassium hydroxide in water instead of glycerine, because I believe that in doing so, the reaction will be much faster, and adding glycerine after the reaction have already started would produce a more translucent and clear liquid solution. As you've seen in the beginning of this video, I've shared to you the final output of this soap. And I've also added a few miniature cartoon character at the back of the container for you to see how clear the solution is. The last stage will be a translucent Vaseline. All you have to do is to make sure that you keep on stirring your solution from time to time, keep the temperature low, and further heating up the solution will help to evaporate all the excess water, and you'll end up with the taffy-like Vaseline cream. You can stop at this stage because now you already have a cream soap that you can actually pour into nice jars, or you can further dilute it to make liquid soaps. I'll just take a small portion of the soap and then further convert it into liquid soap. I normally would dilute at 1:3 or a maximum of 1:5 soap and distilled water ratio. For today, I did 1:4. If you want to add fragrance and colorant, now is the best time to add. I didn't add any colorant here, but I added the citrus splash fragrance oil. You just have to slowly add the fragrance oil and just keep on stirring it. And then once everything is already fully dissolved and incorporated, you can then pour and transfer the liquid soap into your containers. Remember to pre-wash your container to remove any dust or any dirt or any particles that could possibly float into your soap and will make the solution cloudy. You will notice here that we have bubbles. To eliminate any of the bubbles, you can use alcohol and just spray with alcohol and then continue on filling up the solution to the brim. You will notice that the solution is already clear, but it's still a little bit cloudy. You just have to wait for another 24 hours or more, and the solution will turn crystal clear. As a bonus, I've included the pH testing of the liquid soap. The cheapest way to check the pH of your soap is through the use of a pH strip. You just have to dip the strip and compare the color with the visual comparator. The pH should fall between pH 7 to 10. And now, it's time for the question of the week. Here is the pH strip and here is the comparator. So, I'll compare it and let me know on what is the pH of the liquid soap that we made today. Write your answer down in the comment section below. I hope that you enjoyed this video.
Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed what I shared, please leave a like and a comment below. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep you posted of my weekly uploads. Until next time, bye-bye and happy birthday to those who will be celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!